Good morning. Today is April 11th, and I'm bringing you the Chicago housing market update through March of 2022. We're going to be talking today first about business in the lakefront communities. That's South Loop to Rogers Park, all along the Chicago, Lake Michigan lakefront, and then one neighborhood to the west. So it includes Westtown, Logan Square, Avondale. All right, median sales price for condos right now is $395,000. That is off 1% from last year, and it's been pretty stable for the last couple of years. However, if you bought a condo 10 years ago, chances are you paid around $280,000 on average. So that means that the price of those condos have gone up 35.6% over the last 10 years. Units for sale. Right now, through March, 3,081 units are for sale. That's down 38.4% versus March of 2021. Condominiums under contract in March, 1,695 condos went under contract. That's down 6% versus March of 2021. So it's down a little bit and not as much as the inventory is down. What that means is people are snapping up the properties. Number of closed in March, 1,393, down 3.8% versus March of 2021. So let's look at year to date. Number of closed units to date, condos, 2,877. That's up 6.1% versus Q1 of 2021, which was a record year. So we continue to outpace history in terms of number of properties going under contract. And in the case of condos, up 6%. Volume's up even more. It's up 12% because of the rising median sales price, the rising average sales price, 12% versus Q1 of 2021. Right now in the lakefront communities, there is a 2.6 month supply of condos. That means it takes 2.6 months to sell out everything that's on the market, given our current rate of sale. It's down almost 50% versus March of 2021. So if you've heard it anywhere, you're hearing it again, very much a shortfall on the number of condos for sale. All right, let's look at single family homes. The median sales price for a single family home in Chicago in the lakefront communities is $1.2 million, and that's up 15.2% versus March of 2021. If you had bought a single family home about 10 years ago, the median sales price in those lakefront communities was $750,000. What that means is in 10 years, the median sales price has gone up 61.3%. Number of units for sale, single family homes through March was 233, down 42.9% versus 3 of 21. However, they're being snapped up right away again. So under contract of 216 is down 23.9, but not as great as the inventory. And then the number of closed in the month of March, 158 single family homes, down 3.1% versus the previous year. Volume year to date, 452 million in single family home sales in the lakefront communities. That's up 8.3% versus first quarter last year, which was another record-breaking year. Month supply of homes for sale, 1.4 months only. That's down 41.7% versus March of 2021. There's always a way to achieve your real estate goals. And even in this hot sellers market, if you're looking to buy, there's a way to find the right place. So if you're in the real estate market, if you have a question, let's connect. I'm Ann Rossley with Baird & Warner.